The fall of Nicolae Ceaușescu. It was December 22nd, 1989, and in Romania, things were getting very uncomfortable for Nicolae Ceaușescu, the country's longtime dictator. For years, Ceaușescu had ruled with an iron fist, complete with oppressive policies, a personality cult, and some of the worst economic mismanagement anyone could imagine. The people had enough, and they were about to send him a very clear message. Pack your bags, Nick! The trouble began a few days earlier in Timișoara, where protests erupted against his regime. At first, Ceaușescu thought, a few dissenters? I'll give a speech, wave a little, and everything will go back to normal. Spoiler alert, it didn't. On December 21st, he stood on the balcony in Bucharest, giving a grand speech to a massive crowd. But instead of applause, he was met with boos, jeers, and chants of, "Down with Ceaușescu!" His face twisted into confusion. Dictators aren't used to getting bad reviews, after all. By the next day, it was clear that the tide had turned. The people weren't just protesting, they were revolting. Ceaușescu and his wife Elena made a dramatic escape by helicopter, which sounds exciting until you realize it was less Bond movie getaway and more, oops, where can we hide? Their escape didn't last long. They were captured by the military, put on trial, and famously found guilty of a very long list of crimes. In less than a week, the Ceaușescu era went from absolute control to complete collapse. For the Romanian people, it was a moment of triumph. They had toppled a dictator, reclaimed their future, and learned a valuable lesson. When enough people say no, even the mightiest leaders can fall. As for Ceaușescu, well, his story ended on a very abrupt note, proving that even the most powerful rulers should never underestimate the will of the people, or their ability to organize a surprise resignation party.